Okay, roger that. Yeah, you happy with that? Blimey, alright, it's like fitting 4-year-olds have had this. For that, you must be mad. Right, Pebble, son, let's see how you work on this one. There we go, already. Tell you what I do need to do, God bless you, blame me around and do that without you. Okay, well I'm going to switch to London Heathrow. Inbounds. Wow. Good stream of tiddlers before a little wave of heavies. Right, I need that to be there, ready on standby, which it is. Not. Still all good. Wait up, can go standby. That's all good there. Stand there. Let's just take this off. Goes down. All I've got to do right, okay. Oh, look, it's me. Walk over there, son. Okay, he just wants a little hello. Just wants a little hello, fella. Go on, son. Couple of people watching right now live on Facebook. Here we go. Air France, bonne de douche. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Okay. Right, I'm going to go PTCGP before the big heavies start coming in. All right, folks, how you doing? Welcome to Big Jet TV. It is the midweek show. It is Wednesday, and you are more than welcome to join us for the next, well, 2 hours. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Had a little bit of a technical issue with my brain to not getting a certain box in the van. But anyway, there you go. It is what it is. So welcome, everybody. Hope you're well. We're going to be here right the way through to the switchover. We've got all the heavies coming in. Of course, all the runway action that you've got going on here, as well as all the apron action. Interesting to see Qantas's 380 parked up over there on remote, which is not normal. Normally she's parked up down there, so maybe a technical issue, I'm not sure. And of course Virgin's beautiful A350, one of which is parked up over there. Other than that, we'll get on with the show. I'll be happy to read out your comments and chat with all you folk. Welcome to Big Jet TV, London Heathrow Live. Here we go. Right, hold up. Get me pram bottle holder. Is this Aero? Oh no, this is China Southern, I think. Possibly. Yeah, Dreamliner. Here we go. Oh, is the 787 special logo as well? 787th Dreamliner from Boeing. Look at that. You see the flaperons flapping in the wind there from the reverses. General Electric quite clearly emblazoned on the side. Interesting to see a latter variant of the Air France single aisle. Anyway, how you doing, folks? Welcome. Let's just have a little look and see who's in the house. That one just in from Guangzhou, of course, like I say, the 787th Dreamliner, built by Boeing, or should I say, delivered by Boeing. I'm sure there's quite a few more that they have built and delivered since. But we're used to seeing the sort of like Boeing livery on the side of it, Boeing 787, but this time on this particular aircraft. So let's just have a little look here, see if there is anything that we can see that, no, she's being fueled. Not sure what that might be. Okay, Dreamliner with Virgin this time. So a direct headwind. Looking after those motors. So how are we all doing, folks? Hope everybody's well. Let's leave you on that just for a second while I jump across to our comments. Welcome everybody, wherever you are around the world. All right, Julie, everything all right? Oh, you're back on. Are you back on? Are you back on? Is this 3 Dreamliners in a row? And a partridge in a pear tree. Really? Are you serious? Bus, here we go. Yeah, this will not make a noise. Oh, I don't know. Tell you what, of their British Airways Dreamliner fleet, as you're obviously all aware of the issues that they've been having over the last few years, it has to be said, with British Airways, and of course all the there's one fleet particularly, Air New Zealand with their Dreamliner fleet. Air New Zealand have reordered a whole batch of new Dreamliners, but the new fleet are going to be powered by General Electric. I think they've been bitten in the arse by the whole Rolls-Royce issue, of course. Got a 380 inbound. I'm trying to get this. Here we go. Stand by. 10 fitter. You must be mad. Go to live control room. What the hell? Right, this will make a noise, folks. Emirates 380. No need to look where this one's coming from. Oh, bless her. Yeah! Man! 90,000 plus of thrust being thrown out from those engines. Here we go, look. This could be a smoky startup with United 767. How's everybody doing? Let's just, okay, live streaming. See if we can grab ourselves some comments from you folks. Interesting today, mild enough to not have to wear gloves in January. Can you believe it? Can you Adam and Eve it? Okay, here we go then. Okay, camera, can you stay there? Is that possible? Or do you have to keep creeping to the right? Got to trim you out, son and I, eh? Watford FC. Anyone here ever flown Air China? Okay, I'm sure quite a few people have. Displaying brightness. Let's just go to auto lock. Never. Okay, close that down. Come to the live chat. Did actually. Welcome everybody. Lizzie Azu. So we're not. It's not a member-only chat then on Facebook, Gilly. No. Oh right. Okay. So it's pretty lame, really. Okay, there we go. G'day everybody. Ashley Young. Let's start this up. Okay, clear. Start number 2. Yeah. Yeah. How cool is that, folks? How cool is that? Great ambient noise, man. American 777. Light it up, son. Very, very derated. Very derated. Back to this beautiful little United States Smokey Joe 767. Put your lights on, son. Here we go. Taxi lights coming on any moment now. We love that, man. Now, I do know from having taxied past that position and looked out the window, you can quite clearly see over here. Jordan SoFly logs. I think Jordan SoFly logs is a new member. Kristen Steingrant. Thank you, Kristen, for £7. Is it $7.47? $7.47. Yeah, $7.47. Thank you, Kristen. On Super Chat right there. Derek Cohen, Ada K, Paul Skilling, Nathan Pulling. Any 340 action yet? No, is the answer to that. Nothing yet. Let's have a look on radar. Keep me informed. I appreciate your comments, folks. Yes. It's completely off as it happens. Not even lit up. I can have a look at that in a second. So we'll have to check the Ashford window tints. Can't do that right now, my mate. Just repost it now. Easier for me to do it that way. Cafe Stone, Joe Smith. Miles High, Shaker Maker, Stephen Owens, Jane Belair. Mais oui. Let's see if he looks over here. Let's just have a little look. Of course he doesn't. What are you thinking, son? Stupid boy. Brilliant. Don't go failing on my part. Well, you never know. It might be a mathematical equation that involves 380, 360, and 350, and 340, and the square root of 777 or something like that. You never know. You never know. Oh, he's a bit low on the front end here, look. Funny old angle of attack. See, that's the clamshell reversers that we were talking about the other day, folks. The reversers that have doors at the side of the engines as opposed to the sliding type that we're used to seeing. Pani Raj, welcome to Economy, Pani Raj. Dave Griffiths, Electrified Girl. BA 777 inbound, thank you, Electrified Girl. Paul Skilling, Hugh Norris, BA is the world's largest 747 operator, and they had about 36 of these. How many have they now retired? At least 3, isn't it? And I think we've... No. Yeah. Sorry. At least 3 or 4, I think. My apologies for that. Wendy van der Weg. Hello, Wendy. Of course, we are in Holland at Schiphol this Saturday, folks. Members only this Saturday. Yvonne Heelan. G'day. Singh Parminder. Michael van der Au. How are you doing? Lizzie Azu, of course. Reading out supporters' comments on Facebook. Of course, Danny Mitchell. Good morning from FLA. Loved your weekend show. That would have been from the paddock. Thanks very much for that, Danny. Appreciate it. Here's your BA 777. Should we go deep on the undercarriage, folks? Because you're going to get a lot of these. Look at these big foot undercarriage, look. Sit it down, Sam, sit it down. General Electric 200 variant. Unfortunately, I think I'm right in saying that BA are retiring down to St Athan this Saturday, one of their 777-200s. We're going to miss that, folks. It's not like us to miss very much here on Big Jet TV, especially when it's happening local here at London Heathrow. But hey, it is what it is. We will, of course, be out in Schiphol. Pani Raj, good day to you, Pani Raj. Katrina Ina. Scotty is in the house. Scott Salmi, did you ever go to bed, Scott and Brenda? Yvonne Heelan. Oh, no, Scotty and Brenda, isn't it? Yvonne Heelan, hello. Okay, Boeing 747 inbound. Here we go. By the way, folks, if you're wondering where we are at the Renaissance Hotel at London Heathrow. Fantastic views from the rooms here on the front of the Renaissance Hotel. See, still flexed up on that wing, look. Yeah. Rolls-Royce RB211s. The only one of the very few aircraft running RB211 engines nowadays, folks. You'll find a few 767s out there operated with the RB211s, namely United and possibly even maybe Delta, I'm not sure, but very few very few aircraft now using the RB211s. Of course, the RB211 engine superseded by the Trent engines. Wendy van der Weg, God save the Queen. Nancy Dunn, Saucy. Singh Parminder, g'day to you. Right there on Facebook. Dreamliner, British Airways, here we go. Wow, he's fast. As I was mentioning just now about the ongoing issues with the Rolls-Royce Trent engines on the Dreamliner. Interesting to see Juliet Foxtrot, I think, one of British Airways Dreamliners, parked up around the other side of the airfield in the maintenance area. Been there for what seems like months now, long before sort of like, I think it was November she was originally parked up over there. So not a good thing to see, obviously. Danny Williams, Cathay Pacific and Cargolac 747 freighters. Oh, okay. Cathay Pacific and Cargolac 747 freighters use the RB211s. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, fair enough. The 747s. Yes, indeed. Right. Okay. Yeah. No, 100% agree with that. Of course, I was talking more along the lines of this sort of like the commercial aircraft, but yes, absolutely right. Keith Cornell, Taron, Boeing 737 over landboard, inbound. Keith Cornell, thank you very much indeed. Again, Danny Williams, thanks for that update. BAE 350 inbound, Graham Bessie, Karen Langley, the English rocker, Cameron Knights, Nathan Pulling 747 in from Vegas, around about 50 minutes. Thank you very much indeed. John Slivosky, good morning from all in Muncie, Indiana. Loves Big Jet TV, YouTube member right there. Thanks, John. Really appreciate the kind words of support. Got a little single aisle inbound now. Just about to see Concorde over there, folks. Just hiding behind that 777. Looks like she's ready to pull onto the active 27 left runway. Wouldn't that be wonderful if she did? But she's not gonna. DBR 5813, 10 years of the Dreamliner. Wow. Doddy 37. Aviation Action Live, 747-400s with Rolls-Royce BA South African Airways. South African Airways still running the 747-400, really? Wow, I thought they'd scrap them all. Cathay and Qantas, I think Qantas also no longer running the 747s. Miles High, thank you very much indeed. Mark Whitehouse. Oh, shame, Mark. Sorry to hear about that, my friend. Late touchdown there, 3:21. A lot of activity going on. But that Qantas 380, Miles High, John Grinham, Dane Grayson. Yes, indeed, it is remarkable how small it is. I'm guessing, you know, when you actually think of it, the fact that it was able to travel supersonically, they had to make it sort of like very close between a jet fighter, you know, or the, you know, a jet fighter and a commercial aircraft. Extremely tight in there. I'm not sure how many passengers she did carry. I don't think it's much more than 100 passengers. If you can see that A321 Titan aircraft on lease over there with British Airways, always interesting to see. Brian Jacklin, love the Renaissance shows, close up far better than viewing with my naked eye. I will enjoy the noise and smell when the weather is warmer. Aviation Action Live, yeah, okay, yeah, no, they are all retired, but all with, yeah. What I said, if you remember, Aviation Action Live was the only aircraft in service at the moment using the RB211 engines. But anyway, Turkish 777 crossing the channel, Stephen Owens, thank you. Emmy Roulard, Mr. Righty 71, James Hasty, Martin Moss, Jero and Hupp tuning in from Rotterdam. Going to see you this weekend, of course, on Saturday at Schiphol. The plan is that we're going to be on the viewing terrace at Schiphol, which is a great place to go. It has to be said, if you ever get the chance, the opportunity to go to Schiphol, make sure you can access the the viewing platform straight out of the terminal. You literally walk out of arrivals, turn left or right, whichever way you're coming from, and then bang, you're straight there up the steps. Turn left through the little door and up the lift. There's a lift or escalator there that you can get up to the viewing terrace. Richard says, welcome to first class. Richard says, David Glover, take care, all the best. Danny Williams, is the Titan leased to cover the busted BEA 319? That's a good point. Very good point, Danny Williams. Very possibly. Roy Redgate, I flew it twice. Wow, Concorde to JFK, lucky you, mate. Wow, what a thing to have done in your life, really. In terms of aviation, you know, it's always great to obviously fly the 747 and the big jets, but to have flown such an iconic aircraft as Concorde, there is nothing like it in the world. You're a lucky fella. Of course, you know, seeing it in the flesh as well, from a plane spotter's perspective, or maybe not so much a plane spotter, but an aviation fan, you know, such as myself, seeing it in the flesh and hearing it and feeling it. That's the one thing you did do with Concorde, is you felt it, you know, literally. With its afterburners. I think its afterburners only, it did switch on afterburners during takeoff, but once she was airborne, I think she turned the afterburners off until she was over at a certain altitude or in a certain position, at which point she went to reheat. A350, James Hasty, thank you. Next in, Ben, good afternoon to you. Let's just quickly jump on to here and see where this one is coming in from. Oh, it's BA's 350 in from Bengaluru. There we go. Sleek looking jetliner, especially from the front, I have to say, in the BA livery. Gotta love it. Yeah. Interesting that the 350 mains all come down in one go, as opposed to like 777, for instance, where the mains are actually pitched at an angle, and the 330 and other aircraft. But the 350 undercarriage all seems to sort of like drop at once. Possibly even wear on the tyres, I don't know. Vision Think, good afternoon. Karen Langley, we're going to stay at the TWA Hotel. Karen Langley saying there. Wow, Ian Shashaw flew on it once when I worked for BA. Skirly Bob, wow, lots of people saying that they've flown on Concorde. Lucky you. I am jealous, I have to say. I don't get jealous of many things, but I have to say, people who've actually experienced that amazing sort of like airborne experience on board the Concorde, it's like nothing else, it has to be said. Okay, look, Tarom 737, here we go. This would be their max. If it wasn't, ooh, hello, go on son, put it down, put it down. There you go. I think that's an 800. Obviously very distressing to hear the issue that with the with the aircraft that was lost this morning. But we don't really know a great deal about it at the moment in terms of, and we don't really want to get into that, but obviously a great shame for all those involved in the loss. Stephen Oates saw the last flight of Concorde as she flew past my house to Heathrow. Wow, how about that then? This one in from Amsterdam, this next one in, as it happens. Keep it coming on the information, folks. Seeing off this blue saying welcome Richard. Where's Richard? Did I just miss that? Blaze is in the house. Ian Lane, g'day everybody. Singh Parminder. Justin Waddington, I saw Beluga 5 flying over, went out walking it on my dinner, heading into Broughton. Wow. Must be a great sight. Lucky you, Justin. This one in from the dam. Great little jet to fly on. Great airline to fly with as well, it has to be said, KLM. In Brea, 175, I think. I might be wrong in that. Let me know. See how low the Dreamliners go out. Such a low trajectory as opposed to obviously a lot of other jetliners. It's got a very low departure. Jordanian Boeing 787 over Kent Keith Cornell. Thank you. John Grinham, Blaze, Alan B, Cameron Knights, English Rocker. So what you're seeing over there, folks, if you're new to Big Jet TV, if you're unfamiliar with, I think that's a new badge that they put on the side of that hangar there, that British Airways signage. I think that's relatively new. You know how sometimes you drive past something and you're like, I haven't seen that before, is that new? Especially if you're nosy and you're like, you know, twitch your curtains a lot. Oh, that was a 190 South Wales Aviation. Thank you very much indeed, Emmy Roulard. Oh, it's a 195 actually. Okay. Paul Hodgson remembers seeing all the Concordes arrive back in the last flight back into Heathrow in 2003. Wow. Dane Grayson, Nathan Pulling, Ben, still got my Concorde cutlery set I borrowed, especially branded for her. Wow, yeah. Bit like an ocean liner with its own cutlery. Piero Davies tuning in from Australia. How are you doing, my friend? Keep it coming on Facebook, folks. Keep that conversation going. Foy Woodland is watching. G'day, Foy. Megs Thompson. Skirty Bob, Concorde still attracts conversation even now after all these years. Indeed she does. If you're new to Big Jet TV, you can check back in the archives. You'll see the piece that I did with Concorde at Brooklands. Nice little piece. Went on board it, shown around it, discussed it in detail, and specifically how the Brooklands Concorde got to be where it is, because obviously you know, these aircraft are dotted all over the place. And of course, if you remember, before the Emirates 380 at London Heathrow, I think before the Emirates 380 was the Concorde, gate guardian at the tunnel at London Heathrow. That is now at the entrance to Brooklands, the Mercedes Brooklands testing ground. Emmy Roulard, Royal Jordanian, 787, 10 minutes out from AMM. Thank you. Trone Hunter, good day to you. Pani Raj, Concorde is real beauty of aviation. Indeed she is. Joe Perkins, good day to you. Yes. Yeah. Nathan Pulling, loving the Aer Lingus livery. Joe Smith, lots of 777s on the way. Oh, am I hearing a startup? Okay, just a little sort of like give you an idea of where we're looking at, folks. Right there, that's the terminal that was built for the Olympics. I think I'm right in saying that. Terminal 2 and 3, obviously not looking anything like it used to. I think the only visible anything visible that you can see. Get that BA350 going out. Wow, starting to see them quite common now. Anybody mistaking or not knowing how to identify, that's what happened to that MEA 330, that sudden lurch to the left that I saw. Look how tight that turn is, man. Wow. So yeah, like I was saying, the only sort of like visually what you can see left of the old terminal buildings, because they're now obviously shrouded in all this new modern stuff. The old brick buildings that we used to see there, of course, that's the old, remember the Queen's building over there. Oh, Virgin 350 on the tug. Bengaluru, Paul Skilling just confirming where that 350 is headed. Thank you very much indeed. Gino Marcy, good day to you. Keith Cornell, Mick Brent, Pani Raji, Salih Khan Okta, Turkish 777-300 ER in from Istanbul. Salih, thank you very much indeed for updating us on that. A lot of people preferring the look of the Virgin livery on the 350 compared to the British Airways. It is a personal preference, of course. Sandy Humby, Mark Cox, MKR. When does the expansion begin of the new runway? It's actually now been put off until the end of this year in terms of the reapplication, MKR. See the back wheels of the tricep will touch. Wow, very derated. I think you find that a lot of the aircraft today are going to be coming in on a derated setting just purely because it it's just a very calm conditions, and of course it's a direct headwind as well, so lots of aero braking going on, and so on and so forth. James Greer, that was a beautiful departure for that British Airways A350, Virgin's A350. She's not going to fire up. That's now being towed to gate, I believe. What's up next? Nathan Pulling, BA Liveries better. Andy Sokolov, good morning and good afternoon to you. Trone Hunter, South Wales Aviation, Buttery Landing. Paul Jones, any birds of prey flying about? No doubt there will be in the near future, I'd imagine. Yeah, she won't be firing up. BA 777 in from San Francisco. Let's go to San Francisco. Yeah, Rolls-Royce powered. See aero brake front end. Lovely old 200. I don't know what the reg of the 200 that's being retired on Saturday, but obviously a very sad sight indeed. She'll go down and be scrapped at St Athan. Probably her engines will obviously be stripped off the aircraft, and other spare parts will be stripped out of the aircraft. Those parts that can be used. Obviously the Boeing 777-200 variant is a dying breed at the moment. Oh, Shaker Mate has thrown a tenner in on Super Chat. Thank you very much indeed. No need to, Ian, but thank you very much indeed. Very much appreciated. Andy Sokolov, hi Jerry and everyone. Good to be here. Love this channel. My 11-year-old son, who is autistic, is an aviation freak. Well, good day to you and your son. He's got me into it. I learn a lot from him. Wow, Andy, look at that. Isn't that brilliant? Andy learning a lot from his son. Fantastic. Well, Andy, I hope you, as a member now, you can get yourself in and watch the Miniature Wonderland. Hope a lot of our members obviously watched that yesterday. That was fantastic. Oh, is he? Oh, okay. They normally sing for us, those Virgin Dreamliners. Yeah, really, lot of good feedback from the members about the Miniature Wonderland piece. Now you're going to see a 777, 300 and a 350-1000 comparison right here, folks. This is going to be interesting. Here we go. Any second now. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, not a really good comparison, it has to be said. I do love the old triple though, man. Gotta love a triple. And of course the big long flexi wing, which interestingly enough, when we saw the other day from the paddock, I don't know if you guys stayed on late, but the 777 that we saw going out was, its wing flex was so impressive, man. You can hear those engines purring. Can you hear it? Cameron Knights, thank you very much indeed. Wait for it. Mick Price, good afternoon. I've only got 15 minutes to watch. You've got to go to work. Well, as a member, you can always watch it back, Mick. Another 200. GE power. I think I'm right in saying that the wow, dirty flaps on that old girl. I think I'm right in saying that the first the first package of first batch of 777-200s with British Airways were actually GE powered. Then they switched to Rolls-Royce, or was it the other way round? I don't know. Lindsay Elliott, thank you. South Wales Aviation. JEC, what a great son you have, Andy Sokolow. Welcome to the Big Jet TV family, indeed. Shaku Maker, Neil Ward, JC, Alan B, David Glover. Love how inclusive the aviation community is. Isn't it a fantastic thing? I feel very humbled that we have managed to bring together so many fantastic people across the world, literally, who love aviation as much as I do, because it is great to share the passion, it has to be said. So this looks like the RJ 777 is an amazing workhorse, James Greer saying. So this one, we've been calling on this one for a little while, and here she comes now. A lot of people like this livery. See the flaperons working overtime, look. John Allen, good afternoon. Apologies for the lateness. You're all right, mate. It's not like you walked into the boozer and the piano stopped playing and everyone's looking at you. Welcome and good afternoon. Neil Ward, Atul Chandra, JC, Kevin Hughes. Isn't it about time BA upgraded their 200s? Well, Kevin, they have done. The British Airways Boeing 777 fleet at Gatwick Airport have all been upgraded. It is only the Heathrow fleet that are actually being retired in favour of, obviously, 350s and, of course, just reaching their end of life, of course. Let's go tight on the undercarriage, folks. I know you like your tight shots. Here we go. Yeah! Fire it up! She's a 300. Big long 300 with a big twisty wing on it, look. Really is the workhorse of the industry, it has to be said, the 777. Nathan Pulling, Harmit Viscanian, good afternoon. Keith Cornell. Interesting list prices. I know we talk about like Lamborghinis and all that kind of stuff, stupid amount of money. The 777-300ER, $375 million US. If you want to buy one of those, folks, crazy amount of money. 346,000 bargain for a 777-200 LR. I'll have two. 787-900, 292 million. So they brought the price down quite considerably for these modern jets, which is quite interesting, really, seeing as they use such a considerable amount of. Oh, this is Iberia's Neo, is it? Looks very slick with that Iberia's One World Neo as well. Look at that beautiful canopy, man. Very smart looking jetliner, man. Boeing 747 going out, runway 27 left. We're going to have a 747, I think, taxiing past our position here, folks. Oh, she's going to bank left. Oh, there's that, see? Catching that little bit of... It's quite bumpy up there at about 500 feet. Okay, listen to this, folks. You're going to hear her coming towards us. Listen to it. Scott Good, when are you taking the check to BA? Good question that, Scott. I've got a plan with that I'm actually not going to take it to BA. I'm going to take it with me to one of the on one of the aircraft that will be flying with BA, and hopefully get a picture of me presenting it with the flight crew. I think that would be a lot more that would be a lot nicer, a lot more personal than sort of taking it to their offices and having someone in a suit do it, you know. I'd rather with a cabin crew, because obviously when you're on board a British Airways aircraft, the cabin crew always make a point of their charity. Put whatever change you have spare in the little envelope that they give you. So this time I thought we'd take a great big check on with us. Rob Van Roy, welcome to economy, Rob. So Rolls-Royce RB211s. Listen to this. He might make a left turn, a right turn towards us now. We might, or is he just going to? He's going straight on. Isn't she beautiful, though, folks? Listen to her. Listen to it. Beautiful, beautiful sound. Good audio today. And of course I'll be presenting the check to the Battersea Dogs and Cats Home in the same sort of way. So believe it or not, GE Wales, I think, are still looking after the RB211 power plants down there in terms of servicing. I think they've still got an ongoing contractual obligation with Rolls-Royce for the RB211 engines down there in Wales. As even though they are GE, it's a GE facility, but they don't like to make a big point of it, and understandably so. You know, they're all about the GE90 and the 115B down there. Electrified girl off to Miami. Lucky people. Look at that beautiful jetliner, guys. Wings full to the brim with fuel. And what is interesting with the new aircraft, especially the 350, I'm not sure exactly what the case is with the Dreamliner, but the 350 wing is its tank. It's as opposed to having individual fuel tanks, segments of the wing are actually the fuel tank, which is just incredible. Obviously, it is... oh, look at that. Lindsay Elliott. Thank you, Lindsay. Much appreciated on Super Chat. Very much appreciated. Mr. Wright 71. Is Landor in today? Queen of the Skies. Such a beautiful aircraft. Not sure if she is. Not sure if she's in, or if she's due in, or what. We'd have to check that. You can actually search for it on Flight Radar. There's one of British Airways' old GE-powered Boeing 777-200s, which is a beautiful aircraft, it has to be said. Ian Lane, BA18 from Seoul, 787-800 on finals. Oh, great. Thanks for that, Ian. Paul Skilling. Paul Skilling saying that she is here somewhere, apparently. Ghost ship. Yeah. Oh, she's in Cape Town, apparently, folks. Okay. She's leaving Cape Town at 6:45 tonight. Landor. If you remember, we did an exercise on how many, on the mileage that these aircraft. Mark Costigan, get yourself a cookie when you're in Schiphol, Jerry. Thanks, Mark. I will do, me old mate. It's David Glover, Etihad 380 crossing the channel. Yeah, it's an incredible amount of mileage that these aircraft do, and therefore it is obviously a massive testament to the engineering teams of all airlines, it has to be said. Both the engine specialists, of course, each airline has its own engine mechanics on site, but if there is a specific engine issue, sometimes they might call in that specialist. Going to jump down a second, folks. Just got to get my drink. Dapto 234. Take care. Oh, Neil McGibbon. Ooh, the funky Gibbon. Neil, Mark Cox, 999. Thanks, Mark. You're a legend, sir. Neil saying Landor flew over my house this morning, landing at Cape Town. Is that Neil? That's not Neil. No, it's not. Just happens to be another South African Neil. Neil Schwartz is the other fella. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, can never grow tired of that miniature wonderland. I was saying to Jilly actually on the way over here that I want to go back there because I'm now intrigued to find out the actual aircraft that they use. They can't be from model kits, if you know what I mean, because obviously a plastic airfix kit wouldn't stand the amount of abuse that they get, and of course they've got little electric motors in the engines. I think they're made from plastic moulds. I think they've actually invested money into making moulds of these aircraft, which is just incredible. And they deserve so much praise. Paul Skilling, BOAC due out at 16:20 this afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. That one in from Seoul, Dean Willis, thank you very much indeed. I'm used to seeing BA, but fantastic to see Land or Neil McGibbon. Yeah, of course, must be fantastic to see it down there. Hoping for POAC next. Dean Willis next, A320 in from Dublin. This is possibly, is this BA or is it Aer Lingus? It is BA, yeah. Megs Thompson on Facebook. Wow. Just, wow, quite a heavy angle, steep old angle of attack for this 320. Dreamliner. Oh, mind that. Seeing off this blue, Cathay 777 in 20 minutes. Oh, brilliant. Always like to see Cathay's 777. Do what? Jennifer Westcott, thank you. Michael Venter, good afternoon. I think Michael Venter is possibly out there in Holland. Will be joining us, of course. Oh, is he German? Is he? Oh, okay, okay. My apologies. He was saying. Okay. Michael van der Al. "30 minutes to the switch. 30 minutes to the switch. Oh dear. Wow, where's he going? Interesting one. Jeebus. Oh really? Oh, that's funny, man. I'm not the Messiah, honestly. Dean Willis, BA319 from Venice. That must have been, or is that this next one in? Of course it is BA38. Dreamer from Beijing. Lindsay Elliott. Benji Gaming 5, 229. Thank you. You heard about yes, indeed, an absolute tragic. I think you'd have to have been completely closing your eyes if you weren't aware of that. Tragic circumstances, of course. We don't know the full details of it yet, and of course. Martin Smith in Finley. BA Queen in from Vegas, 13 minutes, seeing off this blue. At least that could be our final, well, not our final. Hello. Got an exercise going on over there. Look, hey! Look, it's the. They've seen my little bit on the Miniature Wonderland, haven't they? They've gone, oh well, this is how you do it, son. Wow, look at that. We've seen that thing fire up before as well, which is pretty impressive. David Glover, yes, I have flown Southwest when I was when I lived in America. Used to use Southwest a lot for the red eyes. Bel Air BPJ flight level 18, 18. Lee Smythe, just to the west of the airfield. BPJ, wow. See if I get that little bit of wind shear. Seems to have cleaned up a little bit. Mark Jones, thank you very much indeed. Julie Cheston, there's a DC 747. Oh yeah, McDonnell Douglas. Yeah, it seems to be the standard. Read all about it. The stand is sort of like, oh, start up. Looks like, if I'm right, that is the Air Canada 777 possibly going out. John Allen, Roylen Palmer. Hello to all, great show, Jerry. Thank you very much indeed, Roylen. Great to see you here. So many new members. Please don't feel shy to come in and say hello. Tell us where you're from. Keep me updated on aircraft movements, what's coming in, what's going out. Is that Qantas going out? Yeah, is that Qantas going out there? Looks like it. Is that a BA Dreamliner, is it? No, no. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry. My old mince pies caught me out there. God bless you, blimey. So it's your number 2 start up on that triple. Oh, Air India on push. Alan B. To be honest with you, Alan, there's nothing different. We haven't changed any settings on the camera. It is all about, it is all about the atmospherics and the light of the day. You'll see that she'll struggle sometimes with the approaching lights, but depends on what's behind the aircraft as well. You know, there's that little bit of wind shear. Look, see him adjusting it there. Wow, did you see that? That was pretty crazy. Now that's interesting. Qatar normally making a left turn, certainly going over my house, and they're going right. That's very interesting. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Don't normally see that. They normally make a left turn climb. Good afternoon, Tony G. Rob Van Roy, Mr. Righty 71. Air India still in financial trouble? Absolutely, they are, Mr. Righty. I was actually discussing it on the show on Saturday. The fact that Air India have now put a stop to all their credit with VIPs. Other than government officials. In other words, they're owed billions, apparently, or millions at least, by people taking tabs and literally taking a tab, put it on the tab, Sam, behind the bar. And that's what's gotten them into so much financial difficulty, I believe. Mark Jones, Jerry, the Qantas QF9 or 10 has to have either 90 less passengers or stop en route due to the Iranian airspace closure. Wow. Okay, here we go. This should make a noise. This is the Aviation Dreamliner. Once again, derated thrust settings. I mean, I say derated, it's still pull the house off its foundations, if needs be. Might get that Air India triple Dreamliner start up. Norwegian air spotter Mowing BA 772 to Atlanta on its way out. Is that possibly that 747 there, Norwegian? Angie Brewer, Sandy Humby, Martin Moss. Wish Cardiff was this busy. Yeah. What time's the switch over? Jason Clayton asking. Jason, every day, same time, always the same, 1500 hours local. So in approximately 21 minutes, they will start departing. You'll see them lining up on this runway probably about 5 minutes beforehand. Lee Smythe, Scott Tarpley, TUI is set to expand their flights out of Birmingham this year as well. Wow. Here we go. You can hear it start up. Here we go. And tuning in from Indianapolis. Wow. funny enough, that is one place that I did fly to on Southwest, was Indy for the Supercross. Timmy Toothpicks, Queen from Vegas. Victor Delta is next for retirement in May. Wow. Oh, okay, so this, the Queen that is inbound from Vegas, Victor Delta, is the next for retirement in May. And of course, we'll catch that, folks. We can't, unfortunately. The Sprat 67, good day to you. The Sprat 67 joining there on YouTube. And don't forget, folks, any of you economy members and executive members want to join us for the show this weekend at Schiphol, you're more than welcome. All you've got to do is upgrade your membership to first class, and then of course you can switch it back at the end of the month if you want. It's entirely up to you, but I think you'll find that once you've sort of like experienced a live show overseas with us, you'll probably stick around on that platform. But it is, of course, up to you, and you do get that that option. Little Brit everywhere. The Qatar 380 is doing a rights departure. Oh, okay, still doing a rights departure. Okay, I think he means that. Yeah, okay. Dane Grayson, Cameron Knights, Lee Smythe, the Sprat 67. Always a pleasure. Well, thank you, sir. Great to see you here. See the heat coming out of that number 1 engine already. Number 2 is fired up as well. Probably see him do some full and free testing with the speed brakes, possibly. The spoilers, the wing spoilers. Flaps now being activated. Might see a little bit of rudder movement. Elevators, of course. Interestingly enough, talking about Indian Airlines that have gone bankrupt, Jet Airways 777 still parked up at Schiphol. In fact, if you look on Google Earth, you can see it parked up right next to a TUI 737 MAX. And further up is a beautiful 747 SP parked up to next to runway 22. Most action of the day so far coming from that 320. Electrified girl, welcome to first class, electrified girl. Oh, here we go, Boeing 747. This is for you, folks. Me Vive, everyone. Hashtag Superclass, Me Vive. Yes, of course, Me Vive coming straight into Superclass. And thank you again to all our Superclass members who are just giving us a little bit of extra support, but we really appreciate it from everybody, even the economy members. Good to see you here, folks. I can't wait. The next 747 to retire. Wow, heavy braking, man. We have to keep an eye on that. So that should make a left, which it is. Start up. Cafe 777, 2 out, Debbie Speller, thank you very much. John Allen, yeah, she is quite a clean 747, it has to be said. Unfortunate that that's the next one that's going to be scrapped. Jane Chapman, beautiful lady indeed she is. Paul Skilling, the next BA 777 to come is the one you went to Boston on. Hey, there we go. Thanks, mate. Chris Baisley, lovely aircraft. Sandy Humby. Yeah, will we ever see Negus back here? She's down in Cardiff maintenance. What? Okay, so she's just obviously going through a well, it wouldn't be a C check. It'd be probably maybe a B check, but A and B checks are generally carried out here at a C check. Yeah, was it? Oh, okay. Marcus Teed, the Emirates bus. Mark Costigan. How you could tell the difference in variation of the planes? Yes. Well, I did speak quite extensively about it, Mark. I don't know if you managed to catch anything in terms of the recognition of the aircraft. It depends on whether you're looking at them on the ground, whether you're looking at them in flight, when the undercarriage is down, and so on and so forth. I mean, the 777 is pretty noticeable. Firstly, by the size of the engines. She doesn't have, of course, winglets or sharklets, as they're sometimes called. This beautiful Cathay Pacific 777 in the old livery. Oh no, it's the new livery, isn't it? Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah. And a moustache, isn't it? It's got like a moustache. For some reason I thought that stubble. For some reason I thought that the newer livery didn't have that light blue underbelly paint, but obviously I'm wrong. Obviously I wasn't paying attention. I thought they were all white. All white? Well, the One World, they've got a One World 777 all white, haven't they? Now this 777 that's making its way up here now, very possibly is going to be lining up for a, very possibly lining up for a 27 right departure. Trone Hunter, that one in from Hong Kong apparently. Ian Shakeshaft, thank you, sir. Oh, guys, if you could give us likes and really appreciate it. Obviously, appreciate all the likes that you guys give. Over 1,000 likes the other day. I don't like to ask too much, but it would be appreciated if you give us a like or a thumbs up on Facebook and YouTube. It's always very much appreciated. Hey, if you want, give us a thumbs down. If you don't like it, it's entirely up to you. But I really would appreciate it if you could give us a thumbs up there. Delta 777. Sitting. Oh no, sorry, my apologies. Air Canada in the new livery. I've got a Boeing 747 going out of 27 left. Scott Tarpley, absolutely right. It is an absolute travesty to see an A380 being broken up already. It really is. It must be cringe-worthy for Airbus to see that. The thing is, what one must appreciate is the fact that the 380 was on the drawing board, was in the design stages. Long before, most definitely, before Concorde came out, was retired, before the Concorde issue, before the big fuel crisis. So therefore the 4-engined aircraft was still sort of on the drawing board of course, by the time the 380 was released, this is why a lot of the airlines decided to cancel their orders, the likes of Virgin and so on and so forth. Of course, a lot of them were for reasons of delayed manufacturing and release. But then again, of course, Tariq Amy, Malaysian 350, coming in from Kuala Lumpur. Check out the livery. Yeah, this is probably the, look at that beautiful 777 there. You can hear, listen to those engines on that triple there, man. That's a Rolls-Royce power plant, I think. Okay, this is my ride from Boston. The old banger. Doing. Pushing back. Looks like we're going to have some. I've got a BA. I've got a Virgin 350. Is that the one that was possibly BA Virgin 350? The one that we saw being pushed. I don't know if you can pick up that audio note there, folks, of that American 200. She sounds great, doesn't she? Me Vive. His dad worked at Airbus and worked on the 380 project back in '96. That shows how far back it was. Of course, that's the whole thing. When you put an order in for a fleet of A320 Neos now, it's going to be 7 years before you get them, folks. American Airlines. Plane Observer. Welcome to Executive Plane Observer. I don't know if you can pick up that. Can you pick it up? Harmic Voscanian. Because you're looking on the wrong side. Sometimes, depends on what side you're looking on. It's only on the port side, the left-hand side of the 777, that you actually see the APU. It's like a bit of a wedge, so they only actually use it, it's only on the left-hand side. If you look on the right-hand side, and of course I can't see one on the airfield at the moment, you just about see it there, look. You see the right-hand side of the APU outlet. Virgin's 350. Is that the one that we saw being pushed? Plane Observer. Good day to you, Plane Observer. It is the one. It is the one. I think they fueled her up. I think they fueled her up on remote. Jane Grayson, Qatar 350-1000. Saw that arriving earlier on. How clean this bird is. Of course, we've got the new style nose art. Keeping up with the Joneses in terms of the, politically correct and all that old stuff. Dear oh dear, but there we go. Yeah. A350. Oh, did you now? Go on then. Oh, really now? That's good news, man. That's good news, isn't it? And that is good news, though, isn't it? Hey! Sorry about that. Great Lewis. Why does the A330 have lights on the outer fuselage? Okay. Lights on the outer fuselage. I think you'll find that those lights, there's most aircraft have them. It just depends on when they actually activate them. Like, for instance, the 777 that you can see there has his body light activated. That lights up the engines. That I think these definitely are making their way out. It's a bit like, who do you think You are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's dead. Tam 777 coming out as well. Hey. So this is the first. It's going to be an American 777 that's going to kick the show off on the right-hand runway, followed by Virgin's 350. I think, and looks like Egypt has. Oh look, the new Lingus. Yeah, no, we've seen that before here at Heathrow. Airport webcams. Big shout out to you guys. Thanks, Airport webcams. Go join their website if you can, folks. Chone Hunter. Apparently that American outbound to Los Angeles. Thanks for that. Tor Erland Iverson tuning in from Norway. G'day to you, Tor Erland Iverson. Watford FC upgraded membership to executive. Welcome, my friend. Paul Skilling. Malaysia last to land on 27 right. Well, that's the 350. Okay, we've got some heavies outbound. You're gonna witness 1.2 tons or thereabouts of air being ingested into these big giant engines every second. 1.2 tons of air. Get your flipping brain around that one, folks. Oh, look at this for an intercept. Oh, we're going to get a great I think this is going intercept. Going to get a great example of these little LEAP 1A engines firing up, little mini gulpers as we call them. M-Web saying that they've used the discount for the Renaissance Hotel. Fantastic, folks. Don't forget that if you are a member on Big Jet TV, doesn't matter whether you're an economy member or whatever type of membership you have, you get a discount of 15% here at the Renaissance off of your room rate, as well as that at the Hilton Garden Inn as well. 30% at the moment at the Hilton Garden Inn. So you pick your choices and you make your choices. She's not going intersect. Wow, look at this. They've all split apart. Split up! Yeah, here they come now. Oh no, this is a little Dash 8, isn't it? By the looks of it. See, struggling with the camera again. And then the 350 after it. Ian Lane, Flybe turboprop, yes indeed. Soon to be Virgin Connect. Unfortunately, hearing yesterday and reading that unfortunately Flybe are going to be reorganising their staffing, more so not cabin crew. It's not going to affect the cabin crew or the pilots or anybody like that. It's backroom staff that are going to be. Oh, is it? Okay. This is the final arrival, folks. Malaysians going 27 left. Little Brit everywhere. That one has a male and mascot, and the one that was a female. Yes, okay, there we go, yes. So that wasn't the 350, you're right. I think you're absolutely bang on it, Little Brit there. By the way, I don't know if they're watching, but I do want to give a big shout out to Derek and get this, Terry McCann. I've been dealing with a guy called Terry McCann. I should be so good for you. I went through every possible scenario of jokes with him, and he was like, that's another £1 you owe me. That's another £1 you owe me. See, when they, just for fuel saving purposes, when they bring their Flybe Dash 8s up to, or their Dash 8s up to the active, they'll always have their number 1 engine shut down. I think the number 2 engine's the one that controls the main hydraulics and onboard systems. Anyway, first departure of the day is only a little tiddler, and it's a Eurowings 320. Departure that. Now you're going to see your 330s and all of the big boys coming out to play. Get that Malaysian 350 landing. This is quite often we see this, the Big Mac. I don't know if it's the Big Mac or what, but beautiful livery with Malaysian. Some people not liking it, surprisingly, but hey, each to their own. Wow, we went pretty high altitude then. Okay, here we go. First one of the day. Listen to this thing. Spool up. He's going straight out. Turn and burn, son. Very derated thrust setting. Very derated thrust setting. Yeah. Wow, look at that. Crazy. Right, compare that to this 200 that's just about to go out. I know. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Growling. I think they're Rolls Royce. Possibly even Trent 8s on this aircraft. Yeah! Oh man! Shaking the van. Yeah. Oh, these boys are quite active. I think they're just we're going to see more Dreamliners, so I'm going to let this one go through, folks, because it's got this beautiful Virgin 350. sheer beauty. XWB Rolls-Royce engines. Line up and wait. Virgin Heavy. Uh-oh, we got a bus. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a bus. She's rolling. We're going to have a bus in the shot. Wow, look at that. Look at the wizards on the intakes. Yeah. Big glider wing on it. Could be quite smoky, the old XWBs, has been known. Quite a smoky engine. Yeah, she's burning a bit of oil there. Efficient wing. Carbon wing, folks, don't forget. That is a carbon wing. Even the flaps. Dreamliner. Wow, look how derated she is. See if he's got his head-up display running. Shot. I think it's an optional extra, the head-up display on the Dreamliner. Interesting to hear that Airbus are now offering dimmable windows on some of their aircraft. Don't know when that's going to come into effect, but they have announced it. See how low that departure is, man. Look at that. Look at the low departure on it. Here's a favourite amongst a lot of people is this A330. I've got a smoky 767 on the start over there. Scott Topley loves the 350 in the Virgin livery. Simon Hill, awesome Virgin Atlantic takeoff. James Greer, stay with it. Stay with it. I hope I did, mate. Yes, Julie Chastity, quite an impressive wing. It's just an incredible wing. But I have to say, the Dreamliner still, for me, is highly impressive in terms of its just visual aspects, you know. The fact that it is so heavily flexed. Two right seeing office. MKR, Blaze, Finley, Qatar 350 1000 up on radar over at T4. Okay, so she'll be making her way over at some point. Virgin's 330. All of the fleet at London Heathrow run the Trent 7 power plant on their 330s, whereas the Gatwick fleet will use the CF6 power plant. Whether that's anything to do with the fact that they're using CF6s on the Boeing 747s that they're still running out of Gatwick, I'm not sure, because obviously it's a switch out option if needs be. Easy for parts and spares and so on and so forth. Called Blisha. James Greer, I saw it 350 at Denver International Airport. Surprised how big it is. Yes, a big jetliner, man. It's a big girl, big long aircraft. Kevin Booth, 350 now, touchscreen cockpit displays. China Eastern took first one in December. Yes, I saw that, Kevin. Doing away with, I think, in other words, they used to have, or they still have, of course, a little mouse that they can operate, but they have to scroll it right the way across all the screens, whereas now they just touch the screens, so obviously a lot easier, a lot more user-friendly for the pilots. Watford FC, I love the 340 still more than any other. Yeah, 346, and there's one right there with her back to us over there. Virgin Atlantic's 346, of course the 340, 300, 200 as well that we saw the other day. We've seen the 300 coming in here, and we saw, so on the weekend we saw the 200 and the 300 variant. Saudi 777 inbound, Shaker Maker, thank you, mate. Jerry, do you know more about plans of renaming Heathrow Airport to St Winston Churchill Airport? Lars Pedersen. Well, that's, I'll be honest with you, mate, that's the first I've ever heard of it. Never heard that being said before. Was it the Dreamliner that invented winglets because the wings were too long beforehand? Mr. Wright E71, I don't think so. I think the winglet was actually a design that was on the A319 as far back as the early 319s. Of course, the shark clip or winglet. But the Dreamliner actually doesn't have winglets per se. It's just got a an extensive wing design. It's actually very interesting when you look at the Dreamliner wing, because it does look different from whatever angle you're looking at it from. In some ways it looks like it curves up, in other ways it looks like it curves forward and up and down and up, sort of like quite peculiar really, but an incredible piece of design Boeing have managed to do on the Dreamliner. Cameron Knight's 350, my favourite. Dane Grayson, Qatar 340, 500 the other week. Yes, of course, 340, 500. So we've seen the 2, 3, 5 and 6 here at London Heathrow recently. Martin Smith, is the de-icing show still planned for this month? The plan is that hopefully we will have be able to bring something like that to you from Frankfurt. Checked out a different position today. First time I've seen it, I have to be honest with you, here at Frankfurt. So yes, hoping that it's going to be freezing conditions out there in Frankfurt. Listen how quiet that. You might go up early. There he goes. He's going up very early. Air Canada 777 300 ER, old livery on the push. Not going to miss that Virgin 330 coming back. Simon Major, Danny Williams, John Major would have Birdseye Airport. No. Blimey. Oh, peas, yes, that's right, yeah. Blimey, spitting image. Yeah, sorry, man, I don't know. Sorry about that. Rob Olsen, who does the white tail belong to? Rob, we believe that is Titan. And somebody mentioning earlier on, sorry if I've apologies for forgetting who it was, somebody mentioning that was possibly a replacement aircraft on lease in exchange for the, in replacement for the BEA 319 that has gone, looks like it's going to be scrapped, to be honest with you. I think it's gone beyond economical repair. Craig Whitmore, the Dreamliner has more dihedral in the wings. There we go, look. There's the official word. Thanks, mate. Murray, Gulf Air Retro inbound livery. Wow, Gulf Air Retro livery inbound. Now that is a beautiful livery. Thank you for that, Murray. Pebbles, 1957. Hi, Jerry. Changed. Oh, Pebbles, 1957 has changed over to YouTube. There we go. Great to see you, Pebbles. Thank you. Debbie Oatley. There we go. Yeah. There we go, Debbie. Welcome to YouTube. And of course, all of our fans over there and supporters on Facebook as well. There it is, look, there it is. I've got to quickly shoot to this, guys, because this is a great looking livery. Look at that. Now that's how I remember them on the postcards when I was a kid. When they used to have their 747s in long spool up for this 330. In case it's out there. Yeah! Shake the deck, son. Very similar wing to the 350. Because obviously, why change a good thing, you know? That's the 777 that you're hearing start up right there. So Slinger inbound on 27 left. Sinnoff has never seen that livery before. A lot of people who've just seen that will have not seen that livery before. Dane Grayson, all airlines should go retro for 2 years. There'll be a lot of reminiscing. Oh, look, look. Now she's being towed to maintenance. There's the Slinger. Talking about the BEA 319. She must have been operational then. She must have, you're going to hear that. You're going to hear that reverse. Listen to this, folks. I don't know if you're going to pick this up, but that will make a hell of a racket. Here we go. There it is. There it is. So, if they're towing the BEA 319, that must mean that it's been operational. Craig Whitmore, landing and takeoff data on runways is referred to as TORA LDA for either full length or full length, I think you mean there, maybe, or intersection takeoffs. Okay, so TORA LDA. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. So we're going to get a look at the BEA. One second. Hello? Keith Mitchell, good afternoon. Just a bit late to the party. Good afternoon to you, Keith. No problem with being late, me old mate. Camera Enhanced BEA, my favourite retro livery. David Hamilton. Jerry, that Virgin Atlantic was VS1 to Newark, New Jersey. Thank you very much indeed. That 330 is what you're talking about there, Devon. Thank you very much indeed. Julie Chaston, they should just call Heathrow Big Jet International. PIA 777 inbound. Another struggling airline. Okay, 767 on the lineup. Liam Miller, thank you very much indeed, Liam. Aviation Action Live. BE came in from Nice earlier today. There you go. Oh, look. I'll switch to it in a minute, but look. She's on push. Oh, look, there's the Qatar 350 1000 just about to join us. I think this is the Pratt & Whitney power plant on this United Qatar 35K, some people call it. I like to use the 1000 wording just because. There we go. Enormous winglets. Got to be the tallest winglet in the industry, I think, and absolutely beautiful as well. She's smoking. She is smoking, folks. Going to hear that Air New Zealand triple start up. Here we go. Here it is. Go comms, GP. Go comms. I'm ready. Got the speakers plugged into the laptop. Yeah. Oh, Smoky Joe. Google Winglet says it was invented in the 1800s, but left on the drawing board until the 70s. Provides fuel efficiency and better cruising. Yes. Originally, I think, brought in on the 747-400s. Originally, I think it was for better handling. That was back then, of course, to reduce air turbulence. So I'm told anyway. But of course, it increases fuel efficiency and of course extends the wing. choke hump. G90 starting up to right. Everything is now activated. Slats and flaps. Might see a little bit of rudder check. Elevator check. Elevate. Speed brake check. Come on, GP. That's 350k. Jambo jet. Ices, peanuts, ocelot snoozes. Get water up. Hey, that's the Jambo jet you're just about to see fly through the shop there. The Nairobi, in from Nairobi, Kenya Airways, Dreamliner, regular service on a daily basis. Might have a little bit of a runway inspection going on here. Yeah, I think we might do. Have we? Don't seem to have an intersect at this point in time, do you know? Beautiful matter. I've got to be honest with you, you know, good looking jetliner, don't get me wrong, but BA's livery looking sexier in the... I love the Qatar 1001 World all white livery. That is one sexy looking jetliner with just the tail livery in grey, the rest of the fuselage, all the body in white with One World written on her side, emblazoned on her side. But I've got to tell you that the Virgin still wins it for me. BA and Virgin looking very good, very sleek in their liveries. But you put Well, we do see, you know, we've seen BEA, God knows how many times. If you missed it, I do apologise. But, you know, we do get caught up in things. I'm sure we will, still operational, which is a good thing. I was hoping that we might see her creep in behind that lot there, but she obviously slipped in somewhere. But there we go, sorry about that. Can't please everyone, you know what I'm saying, Governor? Liam Miller, against the law to photo the planes. Wow, that's some strict rule. Where's that? Where's that? Is it, oh, Dubai, yeah. Oh, blimey, Dubai, yeah. No, never go to Dubai. I'm telling you that right now, folks. I will never go, I will never take Big Jet TV to Dubai. Not if I don't, not if I value my fingers. Put it that way. Or ending up behind bars or something like that. Craig Whitmore talking about the Monarch 757-200 aircraft. Wow. John Grinham. Oh, is it raining? Is it raining? Did you say ex-leper? Hold up. 72, we're still good. Okay, we shouldn't have any too much precipitation. Shouldn't have too many issues with that. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, a lot of people all sort of talk about Dubai, wow, and all that kind of thing, but to be honest with you, I've got no interest in it at all. Concrete and sand, and that's it, really. It doesn't, you know, as a destination, for me, and that's my own, I'm sure a lot of people love it, and fair play, if they do, then, you know, great. Good for them, but it just does nothing for me as a destination. It just doesn't turn me on at all. Anyway, there we go. Paul Skilling, take care, all the very best. Enjoy the rest of your day. Sandy Humby. Yeah, I do like to pop them in every now and then. There I was, minding my own business, and Craig Whitmore, no speed brake check on Boeing aircraft or takeoff, only the Airbus aircraft. See the speed brake for takeoff. Wow, thank you so much for that, Craig. I think it was Craig Whitmore actually who gave me a rundown on speed settings on the Airbus aircraft, specifically on the A330 on inbound aircraft, the auto settings that that are tuned in, that basically all they have to do is control the arm on the right hand side or the left hand side, whichever side they're sitting on, to control the aircraft, and all the thrust settings are auto set, so and the aircraft will speed up or slow down as it sees fit, based on approach speed and so on and so forth. Do you know? Philip, good morning, Philip Began. Welcome to Economy. Scott Topley, yes, I am definitely getting a little bit of petition. What is your favourite colour? Delta 330 over there. Nice. With the CF6 power plant. Qatar's still sitting there, waiting to move. Take care, Neil McGibbon. Intersect departure coming up here for this Neo. Should be able to get a nice example of these beautiful new engines. She's going to roll and turn and burn. Here we go. 321 as well. Though she's done an intersect. I don't know how heavy she is. I mind that. Yeah, she has gone up early and all. Somebody's setting off the old thing thongs. That's shot there. That's London Heathrow. Antonio Fusco, welcome to Executive, Antonio. You are very welcome, my friend. Welcome to the madhouse, that is Big Jet TV. Mr. Righty. Here comes Qatar's 350k. Right here, right now. Antonio Fusco. Another new member, Scott Keith. Welcome to Executive, Scott. Here we go. Qatar 350 1000. Should be seeing quite a lot of moisture on the intakes. Seems to have cleared up that issue with the bleed valves on the engines. Those oil overruns. I think they're called oil overruns, or anyway. Whatever. Here we go. Quite a long hole. Which goes. Wow. Look at the acceleration, man. That's just insane. The National Express. Burning the midnight oil at those XWBs. Be out of your brilliant mind. Yeah, there it is, there it is, there it is. Left turn Clyde. Still burning. Wow, it's a long run out. Well, she's going right. That's interesting. Both Qatars going right today. Mind that. Say it again. Both Qatars going right today. Okay, going to get a big set of Trent. GE90s. I don't really know. Call the astronomer. Hey, he's in the house. Carl, gotta get in touch with you, man. Are we still going to do this? We're going to do this rocket launch or what? And also go to see one of his amazing telescopes. Oh, listen to this! Listen to the blades go through. The noise of the blades go through the sound barrier, literally. As they spool up. Here they go. Yeah! Come on, baby! Over a ton of air per second. Next out is the A330 with Delta. She's already powering up. Yeah. This is the CF6 power plant, I think. Maybe tracked in, I don't know. Going, man. Look at that. Always sets the alarms off, that one, or these the 330s, man. And another one here, go Air New Zealand, off to LAX. Watch this and listen to this. Ceasing operations from London Heathrow in September of this year, of course, which is an absolute shame. Oh, that's all right, no wuckers, Carl. You don't need to worry, mate. Anytime, I was just checking up on you and make sure you're all right. Me old son. Ashley Sparrowhawk, good day to you. Where's that? Blimey O'Reilly. Joe Smith saw the wizard. If you guys are unfamiliar with what we call a wizard. Yeah, Mr. Righty 71, people mentioning the moisture. The intakes of the engines you'll see below, right at the bottom, as she spools up. Mainly happens with the bigger, the bigger Trent engines and the big high bypass turbofans. Incredible thing to see. It's a phenomenon, which is basically, it's just here we go, intersect. So these are the IAE engine. This is the CEO variant of the 319, or maybe a 320 actually. I think she's a 320. Wow, look at that. Look at the attitude of that. What's with the attitude, son? Way easy, son. Hey, get it lined up there, me old girl. Hey, it's Miniature Wonderland, look. Turkish 330. Going to be a little magnetic thing come out at the end of the runway on that. Yeah. Wow. That can't have been more than 400 yards. Brilliant. Couple of old 200s, 3 200s in a row, and a partridge in a pear tree. saying earlier, folks, the plan is with with the handing the money over to the two charities that we raised all that wonderful money for from you guys on Christmas Day. We're gonna, oh, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that, Air China 330 on the way out, sneaking in. What I'm planning to do is once the payout comes, which is at the end of December, I think. Am I right in saying that, actually? At the end of January, sorry. Sorry, the end of January. Yeah. Once that comes in, we're going to get one of them big checks, and on the next BA flight I do, I'm going to plan to get a picture taken with the hand the check over to the air crew. It doesn't matter. We'll get the check, and then when we get back from Frankfurt, we just put the money across it. We'll get the check, so we can actually order the check. It's going to be big. No. Once I'm not actually physically giving it to them, am I? I'm not going to actually physically give it to them. Once I've taken the picture, I can literally throw the check away, because they're not actually going to take it down the bank and hand it over at the thingamajig, are they? Massive, great big stamp on it. Yeah. So it will just be a once we've given it to them, or actually, sorry, once we've had the picture taken, then we can literally throw it away, which is a shame, but you know, it will have served its purpose. Yes, we do. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Well, I think after everything, it was 900 each, wasn't it? I think, wasn't it? Or is it 750 each? What, pre-charge? I've got to give Carl a call and see if they'll waive that fee. See if they'll waive the fees. It'd be good if they could, but you know. Oh, let's just come in that Air China 330. Say there, Dad. Oh, really? No way. Okay. Well, then in that case, we should speak to them seriously about it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh, listen to this. So we'll speak to her about that. I remember you saying that, yeah. Oh, brake dust. Just. A little bit late in locking that wheel up, has to be said. Another one, here we go. Shaking then as she went past. Lots of yeah, that's funny, man. See, a little bit squirrely on climb out there, a little bit squirrely, hitting a few layers of air, and another one. Clouds forming in the intakes. It's nuts. Good, son. What was that? Sorry about that. Yeah. See the vortex from the splitters on the engines, just to clean up the airflow over the wing, or around the engines, should I say. The engines being the most unaerodynamic part of the aircraft once she's in flight. So obviously they do whatever they can to redirect the airflow, and there's splitter on the engines, as you can see. You can't see them. Hold on a minute, let me see if I can find them for you. Somebody wanted me to zoom in. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Red elevators on that 321. Steve H, even the dog's crossing its legs. But yeah, splitters on the engines to direct the airflow. It's very prominent. You can just about see them on that engine cowl there, but they're only on the inboard sections of the engines. So I would have to show you. Probably see it on this Neo here. Yeah, there they are. There's the splitters on the inside, and you'll see it's just to direct the dirty air. Look, there we are. There's a splitter on the side there. Look, see, splitter. Basically, instead of creating turbulent air around the back of the engine and therefore causing drag on the aircraft, it sends the air over the wing. Very prominent. You can see it on the 380 when she goes out. This is 380 when she goes out. Here we go, me old son. Roblox Gamer 2003. My school is in the go around to Heathrow, and we can even see the planes up close. I love it. Solaris, welcome to Economy Solaris. Welcome to all new members who sign up today, and of course all of the new members of the new year, and of course all our fantastic members on Big Jet TV. So that was a really interesting observation, wasn't it, about those red elevators on that 321. I wonder what that's all about. It can't be anything to do with the BEA aircraft, can it? I know the BEA has red underwing, but those elevators are definitely red, aren't they? Well, I don't really know. I can't really say. Oh, look, Craig Whitmore, static pressure it is called, that travels over the wings. Craig, that's brilliant, man. I love that. I love that information, that kind of information. Static pressure. Andy Sokolow, splitter, people's front of Judea. Oi! People's front of Joe. It's great when people know what I'm talking about. Martin Smith, how much effect do the small flaperons have? A hell of a lot of effect, actually, Martin. Every single surface on that wing. To be honest with you, the best way to get that effect is to stick your hand out. Obviously, be careful when you're doing it, but stick your hand out of a window of a moving car at about 30 miles an hour and just move it up, move it from upwards to down to pitch it. You know, pitch it in an up and down position. Your hand will go up and down, and you'll be able to see just your tiny hand. I'm not saying you've got tiny hands, but I'm saying a human tiny hand will obviously have a tremendous amount of stress on that, on just your hand. So you can imagine how much effect any particular surface on a wing has. So would I be right in saying that it's static pressure vortex? Is that the correct way of terminology? Static pressure vortex. Solaris, of course, we have said hello to you. Can you zoom in on the Virgin with the engine cover, please? Yes, I can. Asking, who's that asking? Andy Hall. Andy, that is obviously one of the Virgin Dreamliners that's been sitting there for quite a while, actually. Of course, she's covered now. No engines on that aeroplane. She's a glider. Just the engine hangars, I should say. Just the pylons with the no cowls. Just the inboard cowls, the slider cowls, and the nacelles have been dismantled and taken off the aircraft, whereas just the central section of the cowl is still there because that is obviously attached to the pylon. Danny Williams, I forgot, BMI painted their elevators red. Did they now? It's interesting. Craig Whitmore, the push of the air must be greater than the resistance to the flow, or no air will circulate through the ducts. Wow. Oh, Andy Hall, thanks, got the reg. There's your Dreamer over there. Wrong angle to get the reg, unfortunately. But anyway, Q8 777, here we go. This should make a racket, hopefully. John Grinham loving the lights coming up. Yeah. It's a bit like Miniature Wonderland. John Arnold, take care. Have a good evening, my friend. great dust. Yeah. So I'd imagine that as the pilot, whoever is not in command of the aircraft, goes to pull the gear up, the systems will automatically brake the wheels to stop them, obviously, from rotating before they're retracted. This beautiful One World Iberia 320. That is an absolutely beautiful looking aeroplane. Oh yeah, here we go. Growl. Here we go, we're going to see a perfect example of this static pressure vortex over the wing of this 380. Here we go. Over the wings, watch the 4 white vortexes that you see as she rotates. Literally, she lifts off the ground, we'll see it. There it is. Wow. Catching a little bit of turbulent air there as she lifted off the ground. Leaving a big turbulent wake behind her, which will probably mean there'll be a little bit of a delay in the next departure. Wow! I think we've wrung the neck of it out. Look, there's nothing coming out. Apart from the Iberia, beautiful little Iberia, and then we're going to pack up the tools and go get some din-dins. Look at that. Look at that aircraft. Wow, he's a bit slow in your own time, son. Wow, it's 4:05 and it's still light, look. It's getting lighter every day. It's getting lighter every day. Look, you can see right through these engines, man. High bypass ratio turbofans. About around 60% of the air that bypasses, runs through those engines is passed down the sides. Only 40% or so is actually ingested by the engine for thrust. I think I'm right in saying that. Vortex generators. I know they're vortex generators, but yeah. And you have them on 737s as well. Vortex generators at the back of the by the main tailplane, by the vertical stabilizer.
We don't know yet. Don't know yet, Stephen Carter. Still working on it, my friend. Wow. Obviously quite a big gap at the moment, just because of the turbulent air that 380's left behind. And here she goes. Got to admit, it's getting better. Somebody asking when I'm at Birmingham next. I don't really know. Yeah, folks. Wow, what another crazy show here from London Heathrow. Never fails to deliver London Heathrow, it has to be said. And thank you so much once again to London Heathrow and to all the local constabulary here at London Heathrow. I have to say, I don't say it often enough, that I really appreciate your cooperation, and a big thanks also, folks, to these guys right behind me at the Renaissance Hotel at London Heathrow, overlooking this northern runway. If you come and stay here, you've got the best alarm call you could ever want at 4 a.m, around about 4. Oh no, I think it's about 6 a.m. the first arrivals or departures. It didn't really know. But anyway, that's it for this week, for the midweek show. We're going to be back on Saturday, but it's only going to be with our members, folks. If you want to come and join us, you're more than welcome to. First class members and up will be able to join us at Schiphol this Saturday. Should be on air by around about 10 a.m. UK time, about 11 a.m. European. And of course, everybody's welcome to join me. I'll be on the terrace, so I'll be able to read a lot of your comments out. I won't be mobile, but we'll also be looking at doing the other runway. I think is it 18 centre, Chile? 18 left, sorry. Hopefully, or right, one of the two. But they're basically, it really, Schiphol's a bit of a funny place. First of all, it takes an absolute age to get from one position to the other. But the plan is to bring you a full day of streaming on Big Jet TV with all the members, as many as we can possibly bring in there, of course. Be great to see you there, and you can pop in and out whenever you want, and of course I will be reading out as many comments as I can, so if you've not seen it before on Friday I'll do a little piece from the studio just to give you a little idea of what's coming up. But if you look back in the archives, if you're a member on Big Jet TV, but even if you're not a member, you can look back on the archives of what we've done at Schiphol. I think there are a couple of examples there that Freeview members can have a look at. Of course, if you're a new member to Big Jet TV, you can pop in there and have a look at those videos as well. So thank you so much for joining me once again. Welcome to all the new members. You are most welcome. The latest one is Cotsification, I think. Welcome to First Class on Big Jet TV. You are more than welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining as well, and thank you very much for supporting us. Give us a thumbs up, folks, if you can. Give us a like on Facebook, and if you do subscribe to the channel on YouTube, please make sure you turn on your notifications, because we wouldn't want you to miss any of the action. Okay, folks, thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate it. Loved having your company. It wouldn't be the same without you, I have to be saying. And I will catch you members on Saturday live from Schiphol. Members only, don't forget, live from Schiphol. See you there, folks. Take it easy. See you later. Bye-bye. 5 runways at Schiphol. Absolutely bang on there. The furthest one being so far away that looks like it's a separate bleeding. Oh, look at that! Look at that. The RJ going out. A lot of people love that aircraft. Never close it down until it goes blank. Okay, stand by, folks. I'm going to track this RJ out, and then we'll go for cut as she climbs. GP, I think, yeah. Martin Smith asking, will you do a show in Scandinavia so we can see the Northern Lights on? Whoa, blimey, and the wildlife. I'll tell you what, mate. Absolutely. I'd go there just for that, even if we didn't get any planes, to be perfectly honest with you. So yes, more than definite. You're not always guaranteed to see the Northern Lights, but I think there's a specific time of year where you're more likely to see it. Of course, the Northern Lights being Carl the astronomer will be able to confirm on this one, created by the sun's magnetic, it's our magnetic field being hit by the sun's rays, isn't it? The sun's what's it called? Someone's going to say it on here. Oh no. We're just hoping and playing. I think 1956 or something, we got hit by a charged particles. There we are. Yeah. Craig Whitmore, what is Zurich life like? Is it close to the runways? Well, yes, Craig. And also, if you go to Zurich, there is also a bus tour. And that's something that you can see if you go back in the archives, Craig. You'll be able to see the Zurich tours that we've done. We've done 2 tours to Zurich, so help yourself to that and have a little look. There is an infield piece that we did as well. In fact, in our titles, you see an unmarked 747 freighter at Zurich. In fact, the opening sequence on the titles is from Zurich as well. I think it's the... I'll tell you what we haven't seen. Hainan. Is it Shangzheng or Hainan? We haven't seen Hainan here for a while, have we? No. Is it just the summertime? And the living is easy. Is it just the summertime service, perhaps? Static air vortex generators. Love it. Oh wait, our HRMV's just joined. Yes, it is HRMV. Oh, gutty for you, man. Here we go. Give him one. Take care, folks. See you Saturday. Members, Skip on live on Big Jet TV. See you later.